Alright guys, it is Friday, it is payday. I have done budgeted out and double checked the math that's in my bank account versus what is coming out, and we're in the positive, so that is good. I just have to make sure all of my trackers are right. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, because we're not doing an unstuffing portion of this, even though I got a wallet. The only part we're unstuffing is coins, but the only reason we went over on eating out is because I went to Chipotle this past pay period and it was just me, but then I forgot to get my husband something, so we went to Zaxby's and got something. So that, for my half, I used up what cash was in there, and the rest I used on my card because I had a buffer. For spending, that one was spent because of the house. That was it. It wasn't for anything miscellaneous or nothing. It was for the house. It needed to be done. So the only reason we have nothing in there is because we had to pay back my card for buying a part because we were replacing sinks. It's all over my vlog, but I can't remember what day I took out the money. But shoot, or are you gonna say the 20th? But I had to buy a part, so I used the money for my spending to even that out. So I ain't gonna tell you the amount yet that we're stuffing, but I need to put down what I'm giving myself this pay period, because I am giving me a lot more in one category than I did last pay period, because I seen that we are spending over. So that means that I need to reallocate. All right, so let's unstuff the receipts for the week. There's some that I did scan, so some of these are good. Some of these have not been scanned, so I need to double check that. It was mainly Walmart stuff for the pool, because that was a whole big thing. But I know they've already gone through the last round of producing pennies. So I hope when I actually turn this into cash when it gets full, that we get our full amount. I'm trying to see how much we actually put in this week in coins. So that's the only rollover that I got. We're already at $1. $2, 30, 40, 50, 5, 30, 40, 50, 65. $2.71 is what we're adding to our coin jar. Now mine's not fancy. Mine is literally just a clear plastic jar. I think I bought it for where you can actually put like the dimes and all, but that broke, so I just took the top off. $2.71 is what we're adding to this already for the first time using our wallet, so that's good. That's what's looking right now. All right, so we need to update our trackers as well. I'll do much of this off camera to save time, but some of these I'm going to color in because we need to color them in. Some of these were just starting because, if you know, my student loans was approved to not be paid within a year. but I'm still saving up because I want 3 months worth of those payments saved up in a year. And I believe we can do it. We're giving ourselves a little time for the 50 envelope challenge and for medical, but this time, like, after this, we are going to be on the ball. I'm not telling you how much is put in because I'll spoil the video, but just know that we are stuffing some savings challenges that we haven't stuffed before. And one of them will be student loans because that's a priority. But since I'm spacing it out over a longer period of time, it shouldn't be that bad. Shouldn't. And some of these are from, I've already like printed out before, but I hope to actually finish this challenge before like it's actually due. But also like one another challenges. I say I didn't give myself enough time for some challenges, but here I am also giving me a short time for another particular challenge. But I have a good reason behind that because of some stuff that has happened recently. All right, we need to, as normal, do Christmas coloring in and our normal savings challenge. And another new one. We're starting 3 new ones. That's all you know. Because I'm going to try to make it not noticeable. Because even though I'm doing it in front of the camera, I'm hoping my hand is kind of like blocking it. So you can't really tell. And I'm scooting them up for a reason. Because I don't really want to spoil anything. We're making progress with that tracker. I'm making sure because I promise you I don't want to spoil anything. But some of these we already do. But since we're starting new ones, I don't want to spoil it. But I got to, this is part of my setup, guys. Like, I don't want to spoil the video for y'all because then there's no point of really even watching the video. But we're stuffing a good bit. I have gotten a better amount than I thought of again for the second time in a row. And I'm grateful. And let's just say that's why I'm stuffing what I'm stuffing. All right, guys. Here's a little behind the scenes of, we just did a behind the scenes of me coloring in the trackers. I'm very excited about this one. But what I am going to tell you is the bills that going to be coming out. This is all electronic. I got to do my portion of gas. I did increase my budget for gas because I've already spent part of it and just reconciled it with the paycheck that was coming next. And then because I got a baby shower to go to, we might go to my parents this weekend, so that's going to take extra gas. But I did pretty good on gas this pay period. It's just when, like yesterday, when I really wanted to go door dashing, that was a problem because I was just very, very low. I was like almost on a quarter, and I don't ever test my car on a quarter, so yeah. My portion of groceries, always $150, even with WIC benefits. because we are trying to stock up our supply at home, which is fine as long as we're using it. That's all I care about. But anything from this pay period that we don't use for groceries will go towards home, because I did save $10 last time between Food Lion and Sam's from groceries, and I put that in the baby. But since I feel like home is being neglected, and I did say to my husband, whatever we save from groceries is going towards home and the baby. That's why this week, if we save any money on my portion, it will go towards home, because it needs a little bit of love, especially since we got some things going on. So depending on how much we save, we might start another challenge, but that's also going to be hard because most of it will be rollover money whenever I stuff that envelope, but it's okay. Mortgage, car payment, half of my car insurance that's coming out tomorrow. My mom, where I pay my phone, my internet, and my phone insurance, which I need to file a claim and fix my camera so I can have better videos for y'all guys. And just some medical bills that I always pay every month. And my and then my credit card bill, which I already made partial of a payment when I put a payment towards it, but then I'm finishing up that payment with this paycheck. And we had a $10 difference from what I budgeted on here to what would be left in my bank account. So I put an extra $10 from rollover to medical, because we have a we have a down payment due soon. I'm just buffing that up. After this paycheck, I only have one more paycheck. So if you see me door dashing, it's because I am getting that extra income to try to get done. So I've already door dashed some yesterday, and then my first double dash. So I believe, since I really wanted to use it towards the amount that I spent yesterday on food, I'm actually going to use that towards medical, since my paycheck has reconciled my spending already because of how much it was. So that's great. I love that for me. And there's nothing else to really tell you, because I want you to watch the video. All right, guys, I will see you later on today when I get the cash, because I've already broken down the cash stuff, all 3 of my binders, the wallet, and the other 2 binders. Welcome, guys, to the cash stuffing portion of this video. We already seen the behind the scenes of my budget and all, and me filling in trackers. So we're going to count this money real quick. I already filmed this, but I'm refilming it. But the only one I'm not restuffing or unstuffing and restuffing is the business binder. But I will show you what I stuffed, because it was what was left over from paying my Etsy fees and a pattern, or 2 patterns on Etsy. And one is from YouTube. One has a YouTube channel, and I cannot wait to make it. So we're going to count this. I organized this. And this extra $1 is from what was left over, but since I spent over, I had 10 towards materials, but since I spent over $9, I had less than $1 left. So we're just putting this into my cat's fund, because he is about to be 3, and we want to get him a cat tree this Christmas. So any $1 left helps. All right, so in here, we're going to put the 50 aside just for my sake. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Go ahead and organize this while I'm doing this to save time. Put this off the side. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 105. So that's 205. My cat is going to, rubbing his whiskers on my legs right now. And it's tickling my legs. So if I move, it's because of that. So 205. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So $217. That went better than the last time because I set the 50 aside. Thank gosh. Let's just move this up a little bit. So you see, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and go into the business binder and show you what we stuffed there before we stuff my wallet. So yeah, $7, and that was 5 and 2 ones, and that was in there, and for Etsy fees that we had left over after paying that, and 2 patterns. Okay, so going to our wallet. All right, for our spending, it's getting a 10. I feel like it's normally get a 10. I've just been confusing this as like whatever spending I want. But the eating out is for also gas stations and getting a snack. Because technically for me that's eating out. And this spending just got 110. So $10. Eating out. It's getting 35. In the case of me and my husband going out to eat together. So sometimes we take turns, and I just want to make sure I set this aside. But also, like I said, it's also for gas stations and snacks. So trying to limit that to this time, but we'll see. So eating out in 35 is going to get 20, 2 5s, and 5 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So eating out should have 35, 20, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Just flip that right back up. So it's all in the same direction. 35 for eating out. That should be enough. We're going grocery shopping tomorrow and stocking up our fridge and pantry. But I also got to go back to get groceries on Monday after my WIC benefits are come back. Restart. That's what I mean. Restart. All right. So kids is not getting anything. I've already scanned my receipts. I don't think I will be using that envelope anytime soon, but at least I have it. All right, so we're going into the light blue binder like always first. Already unstuffed utilities and the money from the home envelope for my mother that pays my phone bill and phone insurance and internet. And I've also unstuffed insurance for my car insurance. So medical is getting $60. That is great. And it's getting that in the sense of the only 50 that we got. In a 20. So, right? No, we're stuffing 70. Okay, so on my planner, it says 60, but we had $10 of rollover from the online buffer. So I put the $10 into medical. That's what it was. That's why, so I was not wrong and I'm not overstuffing. Okay, so $70 is going to medical, which is great. We're definitely beefing this up. I take my glucose test in like 3 weeks. Oh my gosh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I got the drink in the fridge, but also that means the deposit is due soon. And I'm just like, I'm cracking in on this medical. All right. So medical has 50, 100, 120, 140, 141, 140, 142. That is great. 141, yeah, 142. We did had a 50 for like my appointment. I did not have to pay a copay, but I did have to pay for another bill from urgent care that they billed me months later after the fact. Please, I hate that about medical insurance, but oh well, the bill is paid. I used that $50. I had $2 left over, so that's where the 2 ones came from. I just want to explain that. Insurance not getting anything because it's electronic, because it's about to come out tomorrow. Subscriptions, I just keep that in there because it's just easier, to be honest, especially since I might stuff the $6 that my sister gives me for her subscriptions. I don't know. All right, utilities is getting 10 because I used what was left over from my DoorDash paycheck. I got paid $50 from DoorDashing, and it was because last weekend when I wanted to do a yard sale, we actually ended up just DoorDashing. So after paying for my utilities, the rest of my utilities, because I believe there was one bill paid. I think it was power that had to be paid, and I just took the remaining out of the 25 out of that $50 paycheck from DoorDash and paid it. So that was what was left over. So that's why I put $10 in there as a buffer. But the $12 is for trash that I'm saving up. We'll stuff it one more time before my portion of trash is paid for. All right, so utilities has 10, 20, 21, 22. For once, I'm getting ahead on utilities because normally I'm behind, but that extra money from the DoorDash is helping out. All right, this is part of what we were saying. I said we were starting a student loans for saving challenges, and that's because, like I keep saying, I don't have to pay it within a year by being financially smart and putting money away. So I want to save up, hopefully, 3 months worth. I normally save up for a month, and that normally does not work. So 3 months it is, because I have to not pay it within a year. Okay? So of course, it's getting a 10 and 3 ones because each icon is $13. I just did a month's worth. It's a little bit over than a month's worth, but that's just because I don't know what my payment will be due after interest, after this payment pause. So I'm just going ahead and being ahead. So it's like, this should add up $500, but I'm only stuffing it 13 per icon. So all it has is 13. And that savings challenge is from Jordan Budgets. Emergency is getting 5, and I had to do a transfer to make sure it was correct because when one of my paycheck periods was so off and I overspent, I used part of my electronic savings as a buffer till I got pay next, and I had to replenish that, so that's what I went ahead and did. But $5 goes into emergency, the actual cash fund, so we have 25. My savings has baby and the $200 from the mix of the 50 envelope and the 100 envelope. So emergency has 25. Savings has nothing, and we're not putting anything. Home is not getting anything. If we have any left over from groceries, it will begin that because last time the baby got it, but now it's time for home to get it. Whatever's left over, that was the agreement, or that was what I told my husband, and that's what I'm going to stick with. All right, guys, I might have to open up a little bit to get a little bit more light. There we go. I have a window right here, and I'm trying to get some more natural light. All right, gifts. I stuffed this at one time, took it out to pay for my friend's baby shower gift. It's actually happening tomorrow. Already got the gift, so I just got to put a tag to who got it for her, and it's me and my husband, obviously. But this is for my husband's birthday, because my husband told me I don't have to get the bear, because we got the bear for the baby's room. He said you don't have to get it for my birthday. So we might still do something. So I'm still going to stuff it. I just don't know what he wants to do. I'll be off that day. Well, I asked off for that day. So I don't know what he wants to do. So $10 is getting the gifts for him. That is literally my goal. Anniversary, he just wants to spend some time together and have a fancy dinner, cook at home. My cat is getting the $1. So in his envelope, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's little, but at one time, he was not my priority to get stuff, because the only thing that was on my mind for this envelope was a vet visit, but now we won a cat tree, so I'm just getting whatever it is. All right, this challenge is from Jordan Budgets as well. I started this because, let me tell you, I ripped because I am 6 months pregnant, okay? Right now, I have 2 pairs of scrub pants that has holes in it. And my work shoes are losing their thread, or the thread on them, where it helps me not slip and fall. And residents spill stuff all the time. So that's very important to me. Those are like $55, and then scrub pants, they're like $15 a piece, just cheap wise. If you get the cheap ones, I'm gonna try to sew the holes back up because they're very small holes. But I still got to save up for that. And then also my husband discovered that his boots are starting to get holes on the front of it. And he normally gets a reimbursement for that, a credit. So, but I still want to have money for that just in case it's a little bit more than what the reimbursement. They have like a max they can spend. So just in case we need to spend that, then we got to. But then also my husband needs some new shirts because it's been ruined from painting the house. And then I've been wearing them as well. So they're wearing out more than what they normally do. So new clothes getting $4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And at the end of this, we should save $465, which should be enough. Because I'm trying my best to not buy a lot of maternity stuff. Because I haven't gained... Okay, I have a bump, okay? But I'm still... I just got to cover that bump. And then also get some new undergarments. Really, TMI, but for real. Vacation's not getting anything, but I set up a savings challenge for whenever that time comes that we can put money towards it. So my goals are, when we do start this one, it's from, I really don't know what shop that's from, but I want to save $1,100 for a hotel for like a week. Normally that's doable. Eating out $200, activities $200, especially since we'll have a child. We gotta keep them entertained, especially like the aquarium and stuff. So at least starting out. So total $1,500. And concerts, I want to go to the Breezy Bowl so bad, but that deposit is close enough to when he'll be in my area, and that's just not doable. I need to pay for the deposit of labor rather than going to the Breezy Bowl. But he did drop a new song today, and I love it, to be honest. I love it. I was not a big fan of Holy Blindfold. Please don't come after me. I just didn't really like it that much. I mean, it's still a good song, but I prefer the song he dropped today over that. Please don't come after me, guys. All right, the baby is getting less than it normally does. But that's because we are slowly getting back to the 130 that we had before, because I had took some money out for yarn. But really, since we're past 100, there's going to be some times where we don't really need to stuff a full $20. So 5 it is this week, because I need to focus on medical. So baby has, or Brayden has 100, 120, 125. So we're literally $5 less than what we originally had before I bought his blanket yarn. All right. My car is getting 25. And this is part of the DoorDash that I done. Or no, this is part of the leftover gas. So I've been budgeting $75 for gas. And whatever is left over goes to car. I am doing it this way, this paycheck as well. But after, since we're going ahead and getting my gas or my oil change this weekend, we decided to, or I'm deciding to put into emergency, because I still got to pay off for when I bought a battery. But then if we have over the amount that I pay for that battery, then it would just go to anything just in case. I don't want anything to happen, but our luck recently, yeah. So it's getting our last 20 and a 5. And I'm going to leave this out of the envelope because literally we're going tomorrow. So we're going to the store tomorrow. So we can probably get the oil and all there. 20, 40, 50, 55. My husband does my oil, and I buy the stuff that he needs. First home, we're not starting that. We just got some goals, but we're breaking it up into small goals. Like whenever we can start this goal, the first time I want to spend or I want to save up for is insurance for something that can be rolled over and you pay yearly. I don't know how much that would be, but I just guess $200. Buffer for taxes, $500, just in case anything is short. We pay taxes within our mortgage, but if it ever goes up, we have a buffer. And trim, floor trim for the house, and I'm guessing $100. I'm guessing $100. We went to a store and I looked at it and I didn't see no prices, but it's okay. Christmas is getting a 10. So if I show you the tracker, we actually are running low on 5s. And so since this was a bigger paycheck, I went ahead and colored in part of the ribbon that is on the gift, and that was $10. So Christmas, the $10 is going towards my husband. So these dividers are from the Intentional Living. I'm wanting to get some for the baby envelope, but I just don't have the funds yet, and it's not a focus of mine. My sister's has 15. My parents have 10. So that's 25. My husband's getting a 10. So he'll have 25. So that's 50. Right? 15, 25, 50, yeah. And 65 because friends, and also this would be part of the baby. Anything it needs at that time, their Christmas time, will get with that, has 15. So 65 in Christmas. All right, so the 50 envelope challenge, I finished off this entire row, guys. That's what I wanted to do. So that's getting $15. So 100 envelope will have $115. And then we're starting out. This is going to be very slow. It's not a very high priority. But since I had an extra $5, I wanted to not neglect this challenge, the $5 challenge. At the end of it, we should save $300. We're stuffing a 5 in there. And I just did yellow for a honeycomb. I want a honeycomb look this time. So $5 challenge has the last 5, and that is it for our $217 cash stuffing. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave you off with this angle because I tried to do it on my little phone stand and it was blurry as crap. But that is it for our $217 cash stuffing for this 2 weeks. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all guys when we do another cash stuffing, which will be in 2 weeks. Bye.